Lassiter Factor.
What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This is your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor, and today I'm going to talk about some spoilers for Thunderbolts, which was released over the weekend. And when I say spoilers, I'm really going to talk about just one, but I will address the one spoiler that everybody's talking about right now, and that is the Thunderbolts being the new Avengers. At the end of the movie, they were chasing after Valentina, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and then she's with all the press, and she announces the Thunderbolts as the new Avengers. And then the end credits roll, we see all the newspaper articles of them being the new Avengers, and then I'll get into the end credit scene in a little bit. But that's the biggest one that everybody's talking about right now, to the point where they changed all the posters and marketing to Thunderbolts to the new Avengers, hence why the asterisk was there in the first place. But the one spoiler I'm here to talk about is Taskmaster, played once again by Olga Kurylenko, who played Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie from a few years ago. But the reason this stands out to me the most is because, well, we all know that she wasn't in most of the marketing for this movie, and she's almost non-existent in all the trailers. She's the one character that everybody's suspecting, like, well, this character isn't going to make it, and we did see the movie, and we all kind of suspected that she wasn't going to make it at the end of the movie, but when they were going to take her out was the big question, and they took her out fairly early. I mean, we all remember the beginning of the movie. She goes into that bunker and meets with some of the other Thunderbolts, and she gets shot in the head by Ghost. And that's the end of her. You see the dead body, you see blood gushing out of her head, and they even steal a couple of weapons from her as they trying to escape that little bunker. And that's the end of it, just like that. Now look, everybody already didn't like what they did with Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie, and understandably so. I recently rewatched Black Widow and did a revisited review of it. Check it out. But my overall thoughts on Taskmaster is that I thought it made sense in the context of that movie, but doing that to an iconic character from comics is a little different. And if I was more attached to this character, I'd care more, but I just don't. But I do think that she, whatever it is a cool character though. But I was kind of hoping that they kind of expand on this character, make her cool, make me justify the reason why I even bought a Taskmaster Funko Pop in the first place, because I bought this way before the Black Widow movie even came out. And they gave her a tragic backstory in the Black Widow movie, in which she turns out to be the daughter of Dracoff, in which everybody thought she was dead, but then turns out she was alive and she was being mind controlled by her own father. And Black Widow freed her from that at the end of the movie. And so I was curious to see what they would do with that. And then she just gets killed in the first 2 seconds of the movie. I don't know what Kevin Feige or whoever's mindset was with that decision, but I can only imagine that Kevin Feige really did that just because, all right, no one really liked this character, so let's just clean house and get rid of her. And which is kind of funny because it just seems like that's what Kevin Feige is doing right now, is trying to clean up house of any characters and plot holes or plot points that they have not yet followed up on. In Captain America Brave New World, they were like, all right, the Eternals is on indefinite limbo at the moment, but we still need to address the giant celestial that's coming out of the earth. So let's just say the celestial is a new element called adamantium. All right, what else we got? Oh, Taskmaster? Oh, you're still here. Okay, let's just put in Thunderbolts and kill her in the first 3 minutes. I mean, look, all right, like I said, I know everybody didn't like what they did with Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie, so I didn't really expect them to really do anything major with the character, but I just didn't expect it to be as abrupt. And I kind of feel sorry for Olga Kurylenko, the actress that plays Taskmaster. I mean, maybe she doesn't care. I mean, maybe she just showed up for a couple hours on set and like, oh, I got my paycheck. Bye. I don't have to do this anymore. I mean, I don't know, but I just feel like that's just kind of a slap in the face to her and the character. But that's just my whole 2 cents on what they did with this character in the movie. Other than that, yeah, like I said, I do like the end credit scene that appears at the very end of the end credits of this movie, in which the Thunderbolts, they have now settled in as the new Avengers, and then they get a distress call from something out in space, and it turns out to be the ship of the Fantastic Four. And like I said, this is probably the first end credit scene for a Marvel movie that's actually got me excited for the next movie or the next or so. And it's also, now that I think about it, kind of fitting because this is announced as the final film of Phase 5, and so it's a good transition into Phase 6, which is going to start out with the Fantastic Four. But those are my thoughts on some of the spoilers within this movie. Again, tell me what you think of this movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And what did you think of some of the spoilers I discussed within this video? Let me know in the comment section below. This is your boy, Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.